Anyway, Giantslayer. Wow, what a nasty level generation. Alright, more Giantslayer. Yesterday we figured out that if I can clear the first 3 levels with Fireball, that means level 1, 2, and 3, then by level 4 I will be able to get Soul Tax, and then if I get Soul Tax, that gets rid of all the elites. In fact, I could get Prince of Ruin. I can get Prince of Ruin and just not get Soul Tax until I actually need it, which is gonna be on round 5. Okay, if it wasn't for this would feel a lot more doable. The experience is pretty spread. Same goes for this. Yeah, like I was thinking if with Prince of Ruin this would be doable. I can still get Prince of Ruin by using the teleporter. Okay. This might be doable. By spending a mana potion? Because here's the thing about the two-headed snakes. They have 18, so they take 2 fireballs, and then the snakes that they split into take another fireball. So that's 3 fireballs per each of these, and these take 2 fireballs as well. The spawners take 5 fireballs. We don't have the experience for Prince of Ruin yet, so I think I might not want to go here, which is a shame because this level has Fateplate, and Fateplate is really good versus the 3x3s. Like with this, I can indefinitely face tank a 3x3 that doesn't do aura damage or summons any help. If it only does like huge attack, which some of them that's the only thing that they do, then this tanks them infinitely, which is exactly what we want, and by extension, what we would like to get in this build. Man, I want to do that. This is really hard, close to impossible, and this is probably the easiest, but it also is the least rewarding. I'm not doing summon stuff. Summons are bad into the 3x3s. I was thinking also we could drop here, teleport over here, and then we get Prince of Ruin, and Prince of Ruin beats this level so easily. Yeah, with Prince of Ruin this level is no concern at all, but for a very lousy reward, I would rather take on the slightly harder and more taxing level than take on the easier level with a worse reward. One of these days, I'm not gonna turn the music back on because of that track. I need to optimize my fireballs, so I'm gonna wait until I can hit at least 2, maybe 3 things with my fireballs. Maybe I just get rid of this now. Yeah, we're gonna have to use a mana potion, but I knew it from the very beginning. making use of my shield. I wonder if you still apply the poison even if I shield that. I don't want to find out, actually. Yeah, thanks to the Fey plate, this item is busted. This item is extremely good. I think that without that item, this level would have killed me. Yeah, the amount of damage that it has mitigated is insane. Okay, now we can get Prince of Ruin. No, Prince of Ruin. Okay. Okay, well, now we need to go into a level where Prince of Ruin is good, of course. Like this one. Yeah, that's actually a really good level to have Prince of Ruin on. I would even go as far as to say that this level is easier than the previous one. This one that I just did. And this one has HP, which I am interested in, and I want. This has nothing, and this has HP as well, and a Chaos Bell. This is probably this is the hardest level. I think it might be the hardest. No, look at this. Yeah, this is the hardest level. It is the most rewarding. This one is almost almost equally as hard because the Pachyderms and the Orcs take 3 fireballs, or some lucky Prince of Ruin procs. Yeah, or some lucky Prince of Ruin procs. But still, look at where the gates are. That's really difficult to deal with. I'm gonna go here because this is actually doable, and we don't really want to be spending mana potions. I anticipate that the 3x3 is gonna cost me a mana potion, maybe 2. So Grey Hat Noob, have you seen this game? Out of any curiosity, you may be interested in it if you like normal roguelikes. If you only play roguelike inspired games, that's also fine. But in this channel we do both. Yeah, this level is free in comparison to the previous one. Free in comparison. And the reward is nothing, unfortunately. None of these do anything for me. No dagger and no orb, unfortunately. Remember, levels that Prince of Ruin is good in. Is this a level that Prince of Ruin is good in? Okay, the gates are pretty close together. It gives me Chaos Bell and a Ruby Heart. That level is kinda great. Let's see what we got here. Terrible spawner layout. I think that makes it impossible to do. Yeah, gnomes are also really painful because of the shield. I think that we are gonna go to this one, because at least in this level nothing has shields, nothing has ranged attacks. It's just a bunch of guys with a bunch of HP, and we might be able to deal with those. Spawn on the bell, because I might need it for this level. I might use a stopwatch, actually. Yeah, I don't wanna get whacked. Because the thing is that if these guys hit me, they are gonna kill me really fast. So the only option is to not get hit at all in the first place. Taking advantage of the Fate Blade shield to not take damage while fireballing myself. I hope that I don't have to use a mana potion. Okay, you're gonna summon something. Yeah, let it summon. Optimal damage. Now we have 5 fireballs. And we also have Fate Blade, so we can just stall for a bit, get them to group up so I can get maximum value for my fireballs. In fact, if I do this, I'm like safe forever. I cannot get killed anymore. Beautiful. 1 fireball was all it took to deal with all of those enemies. Thank you to this choke point and Fate Blade. I cannot believe that I almost didn't do the level with the Fate Blade. It's such a busted item. Aha, and then we start seeing the 3x3s. And the 3x3s are not meant to be fought this early, which is the cute thing about this challenge. I sure wish I have that stopwatch. Yeah, last time we tried this. The thing about this is that the megaliths are the problem, not the Bone Colossus. The Bone Colossus is like whatever. The megaliths are the problem. Not to mention that that level also has a Lightning Master, which is kind of annoying. Fire Frenzy Mask. Our spells and skills gain 2 damage for 6 turns. We could go for Chain Fireball with this. I feel like that would be really good. It's gonna be painful, but it's how it needs to be done. I spawn here and I walk away. I walk away from everything as much as possible, and until this guy summons, because the first 2 actions that this guy does is summon Bone Shamblers, and then summons a Bone Knight, and then after that I Chaos Bell to make everything berserk. And then I Soul Tax the Nightmare Turtle. That will bring me back to full HP, so this won't be a problem. We get the Fire Frenzy Mask as a reward, so I think it's a pretty good solid strategy. Let me get that before I forget, because otherwise this is not really doable. Pretty good. Okay, the bone mage was a joke, as we always knew it was going to be. Beautiful. Soul Tax. Soul Tax is what I needed in this build. And to plan around it from the very beginning. Victory. Now let's see how it goes for the rest of the game. Fire Frenzy. And my next thing to get is probably the Meteor upgrade, because like it's gonna be kind of the same build that I was trying yesterday, But the thing is that now I'm getting the parts in a different order, and that's making it a lot easier. Emerald Flame, Rattlings, could be interesting. Dark Shield and Ice Pipe. Nope, nope, we're not doing that. Enemies with Silence Auras and enemies with modifiers are kind of in the same tier for me. The same goes for this, like Megaliths are too much to deal with for now. Maybe later when I have Chain Fireball proper. Since we have the Fire Frenzy Mask, like this is gonna be crazy eventually, and this is probably the easiest level. Yeah, it doesn't give anything, but it is clearable, and being clearable is the most important thing in my opinion. Fireball Meteor. We're gonna get bonked by the Earth Trolls again. Oh yes, we are going to. I might have to teleport. I think I messed up by starting here. But to be fair, the level did look a lot more different before I used the Earthquake Orb. I think we just teleport over here. Why are you? Oh, the Fairies are healing you. Oh, I mean, they're not called evil Fairies for no reason. Choke point time? I think it is choke point time. This guy has a ranged attack, right? Yeah, physical bolt. Better get rid of this guy before it's too late. Okay, that came really close to not happening. Ouch, I didn't have a shield and I fireballed myself for 53. Damage to wizard, 53 wizard, that's pretty funny. I guess that counts poison as well. Because I did have poison for a little bit. Man, True Lamasu is counter to the Soul Tax strat. Yeah, it is a very thorough counter. It resists Holy, almost immune, and it resists the Dark. And it even resists Arcane, which, yeah, Soul Tax gets quick cast. Max taxation targets a connected group of enemies. Salt tax deals an additional third of the target's remaining HP as arcane. Yep. We cannot deal with that one. We cannot deal with that one. We cannot deal with that one. So we reroll. The furnace is probably okay. Yeah, this is ideal, perhaps. The Chaos Quill is really rough. Yeah, this thing is very powerful. I should not go into a level with 3 of them. Man, this is a hard challenge. I feel like it's a lot of luck. Or perhaps I just haven't figured out the correct build. But it is kind of feeling like you need a lot of luck. This level would be okay if it wasn't for the Chaos Quills, by the way. Also, having a damage enhancer for the Fireball would probably be wonderful for this challenge. I have no idea how I'm gonna deal with these. And there's 3 of them too, and I have 1 mana potion. And this level doesn't have mana potions, and I already rerolled, so I have to do one of these levels. Man, these levels are so bad. Might have to go with this one. And I start over here, we kill the gates, and then we just deal with that when the time comes. Do the vampires fly? Yeah, they do, so they're gonna just run straight over this gap. I also start within range of the Void Mage, just so I can kill it fast. I like the idea of that. And we're probably gonna have to use a mana potion. If we survive this level, we would have 5 experience, and with that 5 experience, we can get... Okay, if we survive this level, we have 5, and then we have 6 by dropping into some experience in the next level, and then we can teleport into some experience. Except not, because I already used the teleporter. I could go into a level where there's 2 experience nearby and get Fire Lord or Arch Sorcerer. Oh man, wow, this is a really hard run. I'm getting a lot of extra damage on my Fireball. That is really helpful. Okay, can I get 6 stacks? No, it says for 6 turns, so that's the maximum. Yeah. Oh, but somehow it is one-shotting. How is it one-shotting? Did it one-shot because of Prince of Ruin? Probably. It also enhances Prince of Ruin, by the way. Because it enhances the spells and skills. So Prince of Ruin is dealing 23. Have I won Giantslayer before? No. And yeah, we're gonna have to use a mana potion. That or get another spell, and I don't know if I want to get another spell. Okay, how realistic is it that I get a level 7 for next level? I don't think it is, so maybe I can get a level 1, so I don't have to use a mana potion here. I wish there was another level 1 fire. Yeah, there's only one level 1 fire. I could get a level 1 lightning. Okay, so why is it so important that I get a level 1? Because I have 1, and then I have 4, and then the next level I have 7. Or I could drop into some experience in 2 levels from that and I would still have 7. Ah, decisions. Okay, let's say that I get a level 2 fire. What do I get? Melt? It might be good, which is the worst part. It might actually be the correct thing to do. Okay, I hope that I do not regret that. It's 15 charges of melt. And yeah, I did not regret it in the end. Melt with white flame powers up fireball, which is nice. Oh, white flame is an upgrade for melt. Whenever you cast a fire, kills a spell other than melt targeting. Ah, yeah, this thing used to be a skill. I wonder why it got moved from being a skill to being a melt upgrade. But yeah, that makes sense, and we probably want to do that. It's a cheap way to upgrade melt damage or to upgrade fireball damage before we can actually afford more substantial upgrades. I wish this was not hidden here. I wish it was a skill. We're probably gonna get that next level. Yeah, we cannot do Beast King of Inferno. Or can we? But how do we finish the fight? Because we can deal damage to it, but how can we kill it? It's not as bad as Trulamasu. Yeah, it's weak to Holy, it's immune to fire. It would take only the meteor fireball damage, which is pretty pitiful. Even after 4 soul tax, every soul tax would remove 66% of its current HP. And then I have to deal with the rest of the level. Oh no, this looks kind of terrible. Yeah, level is pretty good versus what I'm doing. I'm gonna pass on that. And this actually looks like the easiest one. Yep. This is definitely the easiest one. The only thing to be worried about are the Duergar. There's 3 gates very close together, nothing over here. The other gate is super close as well. It also works on Mega Annihilate. No way, is Mega Annihilate like Chaos Fire? It is Sorcery Chaos. Let's see what White Flame says. Oh, it works on Chaos! Oh, how does that work with Chaos Barrage? It's better as a spell since it procs some skills and gear that trigger on fire spellcast. Yeah, like Fire Frenzy Mask. Oh man, this is gonna be a good run. If I don't die, this is gonna be a good run. Um, Unfortunately, if I want to have that benefit this level, and I do, I have to start here, which is far from the gates. Leaves me vulnerable to um, getting shot down by the fighting squad. This would be one of those situations where I would grab the experience and then teleport to a good position, but we cannot really do that. You've lost to Bad RNG with Slasafan. You would not leave him alone. Yeah, like you could get a Fire Dragon. Fire Dragon would hurt. It wouldn't suck, it would hurt. Because we can kill it with Fireball melee damage. For Chaos Barrage, it only triggers once if you target the spell on an enemy. So you have to directly click on an enemy, and it only hits that enemy, or does it hit every enemy that that you highlighted? That's my question, because I did assume that it was only gonna trigger once, but does it trigger once per enemy that it is going to hit, or does it only hit once one enemy? If so, that's the most boring thing. Is it target single square per spell as you understand it? Ooh, that's boring. This specific spawner is difficult to deal with, though I think the Earthquake Orb is gonna help me with that. Only the one you highlighted. It is exciting with Cantrip Cascade. Okay, it does sound exciting with Cantrip Cascade. Does anyone know how to remove tracks from Rift Wizard 2? Because I would have such a better experience if I could remove that track. I don't think we can start here, so my decision is that I'm starting here, and I'm Earthquake orbing these walls away, and then I'm just killing the gates and living my best life, pretty much. Wow, you gotta be joking. That was a complete failure. Okay, we got a Storm Drake, that's fine. That's 30. So it does one-shot the Dwergar. We're getting flamed by the infernal rotting zombies. How fast can you enlighten serpents? 5 turns. I'm getting pressured quite heavily. So as a fan has haha vibes like the killer clowns from Crawl. Like the concept isn't mean, but the result is actually deadly. I'm sure there's some kind of mythological thing that has snake philosophers. At the very least, I know there's like the mythological fish that go up the waterfall and become dragons. This has that kind of vibes. White Flame is great with Chain Fireball. Yes, that is exactly what I was thinking, and exactly what I'm trying to do. If I can get to it anyway. What a gauntlet, and we're still nowhere close to being done. And I'm getting completely spanked. We might want to soul tax this guy. This guy isn't really that scary, so we can afford to not have full charges of soul tax for it. We could also use a mana potion, but I would prefer not to, of course. Oh no, you drain max HP with your melee. That's messed up. Oh, I killed the guy with Prince of Ruin. That is convenient. And I killed another guy with Prince of Ruin, and these guys are somehow hurt. I don't quite know how they're hurt, but they're hurt. Oh. The music is obscured in the Rift Wizard 2 game files. You can replace and remove any song you feel like. I will do that immediately at the end of the stream. I'll figure out which song is the one I don't like, and I'll replace it with something good. Prince of Ruin, my beloved. Yeah. Okay, we're done with the gates. I am so hurt by attrition. That was bad. We are still alive, and we're probably gonna make it through this level, but that hurt. Also, look at all the BAMPs that are gonna respawn and come back for round 2. Didn't really talk a lot about Ice Pipe, but I feel like it's a great thing to have access to. Oh, Prince of Ruin, why are you so good? What a great thing to have. Okay, pretty good. We're out of fireballs. I wanna get max value because of Prince of Ruin. I wonder if 3 Soul Tax and a Melt gets the job done. Or like 6 Melts and 3 Soul Taxes. Okay, I think the answer is no. The answer is I probably need to use Mana Potion here. The alternative is yet again getting another spell, but I think that I actually am kinda good on getting spells. Yeah, doesn't deal enough damage to kill. Just barely, by the way. In fact, it's so close that I might be able to make it if I get a, like, magic missile or lightning bolt. I could also get chain lightning, and maybe that gets the job done. I think chain lightning hits every tile of a 3x3, and yeah, like, it's part of my build. I'm gonna give it a try. I hope that I do not get punished for this. Oh, okay. And now we get nothing. My reward is nothing. This might be useful. But it is probably not gonna be useful. Glowing eyeballs. Okay, again. The thing here is that Farbirchers are highly resistant to what I'm doing. Butterfly demons are immune to lightning, but that's not really a problem. It's a bit too early for butterfly demons, isn't it? The gates are in really bad positions. The level does have a teleporter, and it also has some pets that I might be interested in. Yeah, that metallic gray gorgon could be an important asset. It's very tanky. Um, and throw-blooded giant spiders too. There's 3 of them. We might be able to do this, but it looks really hard once again. But what's new? All of these look really hard. Oh, I am poisoned! I was like, why am I not healing? Okay, we somehow are making it, but we can still die to attrition because these things outrange me. But I can freeze them. Yeah, this metallic gray gorgon has attracted so much fire. I think we might just get Chain Fireball, like for the next level. And yeah, like Chain Fireball is probably something to rush if you get Fire Frenzy. It makes sense. I'm glad that these things have low HP. These... Oh, what a tease! Oh, I needed that so bad. But the level is full of leeches, and I'm not doing that. No one should ever have to do that. Oh man, Realm 10 Chaos Knights. Yeah, I don't think we can do that. I feel like I'm playing Rift Wizard 2 for the first time all over again. In the sense that like I'm seeing levels that seem impossible and unsurmountable. Um, what is this? Oh, volcanic eruption. Holy fire. Holy fire is boring. It's kind of lame. Volcanic eruption could be really cool. It has good area of effect. Unfortunately, it only works in levels with chasms like this one. But it does do a lot of damage, and if you get the volcano upgrade, it also works on walls. Holy fire melt white flame sounds strong. Yeah, it's not terrible, I suppose. Like it has a lot of center um, damage and damage instances. It's like single target shield shredder kind of thing. But I feel like there's better things to do with all of that experience because that's a lot of experience. To make things worse, the level has fire lizards which resist the fireball. I think that they still get one shot by fireball if I chain fireball. And yeah, we're about to start chain fireballing this level. If I go there anyway, which I don't really want to, but I could get volcanic eruption. I cannot do that. And I don't think I can do that. Okay, I'm gonna reroll. I wonder if Chain Fireball beats this level. For all I know, it might. See, the key is to start here, stall the spider, like literally just chain stun the spider until these guys get close, and then chain fireball, and then chain fireball, and then chain fireball, and then chain fireball. And if that doesn't get the job done, which it should because Fire Frenzy, but if it doesn't, then I mana potion and I do it again. And if that doesn't get the job done, then I'm dead. But it should get the job done. I would like to believe that it would get the job done. Oh, orbs. Winterbringer, which is weak to fire. Because the fire lizards, wow, those are very annoying. They're immune to physical, so Fireball deals garbage damage to them. And they're also highly resistant to fire, so yeah, they would be taking like 3 damage from Fireball. Maybe 4. No, probably 3. Oh, also Flame Rifts. But Chain Lightning does kill those with Chain Fireball. Does Lamasu Healing Aura heal 3x3 monsters more? The horror. I do not know if that's how it works. Oh man, 99 HP heals. I think I might still outscale that with the Fire Frenzy, if the Fire Frenzy is triggering 27 times per turn. And I say 27 because 3x3s, 3x3s, that's 27. Maybe whatever this thing summons maybe also contributes to that number, but oh man, now I don't know and I'm pretty scared. Yeah, now I'm pretty scared. Oh man, those are some really worthless spells for what I'm doing. I'm gonna try this. I think this is the level where I am most likely to succeed with the thing that I'm thinking of. Oh, the poison from the green gorgon is preventing it from healing. Let's go, I'm so happy. No way! No way, did you see that? They got deleted, they got one shot. I was expecting to have to spam it, not for them to literally get one shot. That's insane. I'm so pleased with this. Let's go. The damage that works, that's so incredibly janky. Yeah, why do the 3x3s get hit 9 times by Chain Lightning? You know what? I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna ride the wave. I literally earlier this week put a Chain Lightning run on YouTube, but now we're gonna have a Chain Lightning run in Giantslayer. It's a pretty viable it's a pretty viable build. Yeah, I think we want to keep the Fate Plate. The Fate Plate is just too good. Alternatively, we could get this, because this gives me shields whenever an enemy takes lightning damage. But they're supposed to get hit 9 times? Probably. I mean, it did just happen, so I'm going to assume that that's how they're meant to work. You're not sure if they do, but they take a lot of damage from the AoE. I think they get hit 9 times. There's no other explanation for how I deleted the 3x3s that were like further back. The spider survived, but when the chain fireball bounced to these guys, that's when they, like, these in the back row died because of the scaling of the mask, and the spider survived. Also, it didn't trigger 27 times. It triggered a little bit less than that. I don't know what's up. Maybe it triggered a little bit less than that because the last one didn't need to get hit that many times to die, and that's why I didn't cast that many fireballs. The Chain Lightning probably doesn't hit them 9 times with AoE attacks. Damage every square under them, doing a ton of damage to big enemies. Don't forget your loot. Yeah, my loot is I did analyze, and I think like maybe the Robo Storms. But for the Robo Storms, I have to do something that I don't have to do for the Fate Plate, and I would only be grabbing it for the resistances. I think the Fate Plate is just the safest option. I would grab a robe that increases my fire damage or does something whenever I cast a fire spell. Yeah, unfortunately, it's all armor. I'm probably doing that. It looks to be on the easier side of things. This looks a little bit difficult. It doesn't look terrible. What's the modified enemy here? Iceworm Mech. Really? No modified enemy? Weird. Are we powerful enough to do something like a Bone Colossus already? I'm leaning towards yes, based on how I completely annihilated some 3x3 enemies. Yeah, okay, so for this level, the ghosts are immune to physical, but enough, like a large charge enough chain fireball will still one-shot them. My concern is being too close to a ghostly mass that dies and generates ghosts that spawn within my range, and then I just get fireballed for like a million damage. How much is Cascade range for Chain Lightning? Don't leave home without it. 5 tiles. 5 tiles. Double check the resistances on the swords. They are resistant to fire and physical, immune to lightning. I think that the Chain Lightning can still target them. Yeah, I think I can kill them. And I do want that Fiery Orb. And we want specifically Fiery Orb because Fiery Orb enhances Prince of Ruin. Oh man, this level has a heart, which is also good. Do we really need any more help? I'm gonna go for the safe level, because this level has the potential to just kill me if I play it poorly, because of the Silent Specters and the Dancing Blades. Having something be next to me and hitting me the way that Dancing Blades do is pretty scary. We don't have to submit ourselves to that, so this level is the one. Yep, My chain fireball is pretty strong now. This is before any damage enhancing skills, by the way. This is only the mask. Oh wow. Oh, that's my bad. Oh, fortunately they're like gonna disappear at some point soon. Unfortunately, I didn't get rid of my fate plate. Purity, Conductance, Immolate, and Scourge. Okay. I don't think I care about any of those. Ooh, Mages and a Bone Colossus. Can it get over here? Surely it can because of where it spawned. Like, it would be weird if it couldn't go over here. If it was just stuck there, that would be funny. Is it... This level doesn't even have spawners. I mean, what would this level spawn? It's only mages, right? Red caps. Robo Fire. We want that. Do we really want that? I feel like the Fate Plate is just too good. I feel like it's gonna be really hard for me to replace the Fate Plate. Okay, kind of annoying. Very annoying, in fact. Idols of Sorcery have the potential to be disastrous. Metallic Gremlin. Very annoying. Same goes for the Spike Balls. Nothing there for me. And Finger 6. Small level. Full of Flame Moss. Oof. If I had Flying Boots, this would be way easier. As it is right now, I feel like I'm gonna... If I chain Firewall, I feel like I die in this level. Not to mention that all the Flame Moss would just immediately shoot at me and like delete me. Yeah, I don't think we can do that level. I have 7 experience. Is it time to get Firelord? Oh no, you know what it's time for? It's time for Melting Armor. Melting Armor will do obscene things. We can also get Searing Heat later on. Oh, what if I... Yeah, like, I think we get Melting Armor and Searing Heat. And later on we get the White Flame for Melt. Um, oh boy, this is gonna be a build. Melting Armor. Cannot do anything to these. Because if I cast it, I die. This is highly uncomfortable. One could even call it nerve-wracking. So let's not be there. Man, my poor Green Gorgon's taking 84 damage per turn. That's rough. Also, we are gonna need Exturba for this. Oh, poor Gorgon, it died. No, wait. That's what I wanted to see. Thank you. Okay. This must be immune to ice, yeah. Yeah, I think I would have straight up died had I been baited by my own power and cast a Chain Fireball there. I would have died from my own Chain Fireball. And obviously staying there was also not an option, so fortunately I had a teleporter to reposition, otherwise I was kinda dead. This is all worthless. I would like to believe that that level is doable. Ooh! Ooh, Master of Time, Archconjurer, and Translocation Master. All three of those are really good. I think that I would maybe get Master of Time. It increases the amount of time that people are stunned by Fireball, and it would also increase the amount of time that people are stunned by Word of Chaos when I get it later. Archconjurer is not really what we want in this build, and Translocation Master is pretty strong. It's pretty strong. It gives 5 charges, so we could get teleport with this Translocation Master. I wouldn't get it otherwise. I feel like it's too much of an investment in Rift Wizard 2. But with Translocation Master, it's already really strong out of the box. So it is probably going to be what I do. We have to be really careful around this giant mass of ice. But I feel like we can do that level. Okay, with the 7 experience that I have, I think we might want to get Seeing Heat, as I already said. We could also get finally the White Flame upgrade for Melt. And I think that makes sense. It increases the damage quite a bit because of Fire Frenzy, also affecting Melt. So okay. I think this is the first time that I do this. You know, I think that levels that spawn without spawners are easier than levels that do spawn with spawners. Because of the way that spawners pressure you, the player, to get this done before it's too late. Oh, come on. You cannot tell me this thing can see the whole level. No way it can see this tile. Oh, 3 radius. Okay, no, it does see the whole level. That is very annoying. I'm gonna have to stall a little bit. Does it? Oh no, it does move around. Poor Green Gorgon, it was not meant to be. It's probably gonna get a trauma over masses of ice. An understandable trauma, for sure. Yeah. Damage dealt Fireball 182, Melt 30. Armor melted 28. Minus 370 resist physical. Every time I cast it, the Fireball is gonna deal way more damage because of that melting armor. And this will stay with me for the whole game. Oh, I didn't hit the giant mass of ice. That's what I was banking on. It says that I need to cast something that is not Melt for Melt to do its thing, right? Oh my... I got terrified. I thought that the Chain Lightning was going to bounce into me when I saw them surround me. This build is high danger. You can easily kill yourself with it. Okay, fortunately I have one shield, so I'm not taking attrition damage from that thing. Can you please stop being so annoying? Jeez. Okay, yeah, just dies really fast to that. Ouch. 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 They're immune to Arcane, so I don't think they will attack me if I Chaos Bell them. Can I survive a turn of these? To drink a mana potion and then chain Fireball. Because I don't think I can kill this otherwise. Searing Hit would be really good to have here. Unfortunately, we do not have it yet. I'll have it by the end of this level if I survive this. Yeah, they're all shielded. We could also do Siphon Shields. Siphon Shields costs 4. Tragic. I think I don't die. How many? I don't know. I feel like I might legit die. Do I want my run to end to that? The answer is most definitely no. Who will want their run to end like that? There we go. And now the rest I can actually deal with. Yeah, it's a shame that I didn't have enough Chain Lightning for that. There was a Chain Lightning that didn't hit the Massive Ice, and I was expecting it to, and it did end up costing me quite a lot. Now we can get T-Lock Master, and I am torn between getting Searing Hit, as I said earlier, or getting Teleport. Let's see. Teleport does not. Does it get charges? It doesn't get No, it does get 5 charges. No, I feel like we get these, right? Especially since we're out of teleport items. Yeah, it has 6 charges and it hits almost the whole level. And it also has blind cast. I can also give it quick cast, so I can do it and do other things in the same turn. I see a Sorcerous Orb, which I am interested in. I'm probably going there for that Sorcerous Orb. The level also doesn't look terrible. This looks also okay. The Pillar of Bones could be annoying. Not again. I learned my lesson. Yeah, okay. This is what we're doing. I'm going here, and I'm destroying these guys. And it's gonna be okay, and it's gonna be easy, and we should have no problems dealing with this level, okay? We should have no problems. This level looks easy. Yes, that is exactly what I wanted to see. $123 damage with the Fireball. 136 damage with the Melt. Beautiful. Sorcerous Orb. And now my Fireball has 12 base damage. Quite a substantial increase. Okay, let's see. Next thing to get is Searing Heat. When you cast a fire spell, deal 1 fire damage to all enemies in line of sight of the target. This damage is fixed and cannot be modified. So, what does this do for this build? It shreds shields in an insane fashion, because we're gonna be casting about 40-50 fireballs per turn. And it also stacks up melting armor like crazy. So fireball will do obscene amounts of physical damage. I think it's very good thanks to melting armor. Without melting armor, I wouldn't really grab it. I think maybe next is quick cast on the teleport. Oh boy, I don't think we can do this. This looks a little bit hard. Comparing Searing Heat to Disintegrator here, but I think Disintegrator is better, but Disintegrator is also more expensive. I didn't have the experience to afford it. I could have dropped on some experience to get it. Maybe it would have been good. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not gonna get Disintegrator. I'm gonna get it later. But I'm going to get it for sure. This is the level to go to. The reward is fine. The level doesn't look that hard. Oh, we're already at round 15. We're close to the end. One way or another. Damage dealt, Searing Heat 90, Fireball 36. But dealing damage globally. Oh no, I think it was the aura of a Yeti. Oh no, it's this Nightmare Turtle. Melting Armor. Oh, Melting Armor also triggers, or rather, Searing Heat also triggers Prince of Ruin. Which Disintegrator also does, because I think Disintegrator does physical. Yes, it does physical, so it also triggers Prince of Ruin. Yeah, we're fine. Is Disintegrator the next thing I get? Yeah, I guess it could be. Is this hard? It doesn't look hard. I'm probably doing that. Robe of Crystals does Ice and Arcane. Okay. I want the same one but for fire. Oh, the same one but for fire is gonna be ridiculous as well. We ever get it anyway. Fire Wizard, Blood Mage. Oh, this level does have a gate. Blood False Prophet Spawner. We probably don't want to go there. I think this level is fine. Ah. I wonder what triggered first. Oh, Searing Hit triggered first. So Searing Hit was the shield shredder here. Yeah, and then after all the shields were shredded, then Disintegrator dealt the damage, and that's why Disintegrator has 1,000,000 damage and Searing Hit has no damage. Yeah, I want to see where the Disintegrator starts. I wish you could scroll this with next page and previous page. So far we're still in Fireballs and Searing Hit. I feel like this is gonna take about 10 minutes. And this wasn't even such a high density level. A little bit surprising that it takes this long. Oh, there it is. Yep. Disintegrator damage. Lots of Disintegrator damage. Okay, I get the point. This guy's not dead, but we can fix that. Haven't used Soul Tax in a while. Okay, we're done with the level. Beautiful. Whew! This already got really, really strong. The start was really hard, but we're beyond the start now. Also, this looks like a level where Chain Fireball is gonna be fun. I'm glad that I don't have Firelord, because Firelord increases radius, and radius would mean that I would get hit more, and then I would die, and that wouldn't be fun. Some people do enjoy that. Don't enjoy it when their own things kill them in this kind of games. I do not like that. I strongly dislike it, and I try to avoid it as much as possible. I did already grab the experience. Fireball Meteor, Chain Fireball, White Flame. We could get Quick Cast perhaps. Disperse is a spell. It is a spell that takes a turn. I think that I start here and I just chain Fireball and we're fine. Because look at the area of my Fireball. It's really small, fortunately. So if I am here, I am safe from all of that. I am, however, not safe from the 13 dark damage that these guys deal, which makes me kind of want to stopwatch, because if I don't disable enough through either killing them or stunning them with the meteor part of the Fireball, I'm going to die. Like, straight up, I am super dead. So I think that stopwatch is the safest option here, and we can then get Word of Chaos to offset the lack of stopwatches, just like we got Teleport to offset the lack of teleporters. Okay, there was nothing to worry about, but I still better safe than dead. You never know how the chain lightning is gonna bounce. Okay, we're almost done. There was one school that survived. Damage to enemies 4,664 Prince of Ruin. And then Searing Hit did the second most, and then Disintegrator. Yeah, I told you, Searing Hit is a real spell. Or like a real skill. Okay, Word of Chaos. Next thing is going to be... Master of Memories, perhaps? We could also... Yeah, Master of Memories is very good, because it also gives me a charge of Chain Lightning, but we could also spend more for Word Speaker for 3 charges of Word of Chaos. How's my mana potions looking? Only one. Okay, that might be doable. I can just start here and chain Fireball over here, and then we would be okay. Shouts to Thunderlord. Yeah, that's also something that I have in mind. Um, it gives extra range, it gives extra number of targets, extra charges, even resistance to lightning to prevent it from killing me if it somehow goes through me. But I mean, the fireballs are way scarier than 15 lightning. What game is this again? It's Rift Wizard 2. Am I in the Slay the Spire category? Because I could have sworn that I switched that. It is Rift Wizard 2. It recently got its I guess 2.0 release, because Rift Wizard 1 is 1.0, this is 2.0. It may look very similar to Rift Wizard 1. It's very different in terms of gameplay and mechanics and the way that the game unfolds. So I would recommend you to try them both. If you can only try one for one reason or another, my personal favorite is 1, but 2 is the new shiny thing. And I'm trying the new shiny thing, and I still prefer 1, but it's not like this game is terrible or anything. Rift Wizard 2 is much less finicky. Yeah, the core mechanic change in 2 compared to 1 is that in 1 you don't get back your HP and your spell charges, but you get way more healing potions and mana potions. In 2 you get everything back. Well, not everything. You don't get your consumables back, but you get your charges and your HP back. It didn't change. I could have sworn that I changed it. Maybe it's not working in OBS. Because I have an OBS add-in that it is supposed to change those things. And it may not have been doing it. But anyway, as I was saying, in Rift Wizard 1 you don't get these things back. In Rift Wizard 2 you do, but you get way less healing and mana potions. Rift Wizard 1 is more min-maxy. You really have to avoid taking damage as much as possible. Rift Wizard 2, you can use your HP as a tool, as a resource, much more so than in 1. And there's other changes, but sometimes Twitch is broken. This is also a valid explanation. Let me see. No, it is changed. I see it in my side. It is changed. So yeah, if you do decide to get it, Farmer, I hope that you enjoy it. It's a pretty good game. I like it a good amount. Now let's see if I don't blow myself up with this, which is a very real possibility. I would like to believe it's not gonna happen. Unfortunately, it indeed did not happen. I deleted the level. I think this build deserves to be on fast, not X-Turbo. Man, it's just a death beam. Okay, and then Prince of Ruin gets the job done. That is always so scary. What will happen? Like, there will be a time where Chain Lightning will actually kill me if I keep doing that. You remember seeing this somewhere once? Looks interesting for sure. If you like roguelikes, it's a very good roguelike. It depends on what you want in a game, because this game has like zero story. So if you are interested in a game with a story, then this will definitely not appeal to you. If you want a game that is very difficult but very fair, this game is for you. If you want a game that is very difficult and very unfair, you might be interested in trying NetHack. Yeah, NetHack might be the game for you if you want something that's very difficult and very unfair. To this day, it remains a legend that someone beat NetHack unspoiled, and I frankly do not believe it for a second. I don't buy that. Like, even if the whole process was tracked on the internet, on an internet forum, I still do not buy it. I'll buy it when I see it happen for real. And it may not happen during my lifetime. In fact, it is likely to not happen during my lifetime. You thought it was going to be a Kroll joke? Kroll is more fair than NetHack. Like, NetHack is extremely unfair. In the sense that if you don't know everything in NetHack. You don't need to know how to play in NetHack. You need to know everything, like what the monsters do, what corpses to eat to gain immunities. You need to know how to make it so that monsters that are not humans or minotaurs cannot attack you. Um, you need to know what prayer does and when to pray and when not to pray. That is also very important. If you pray at the wrong time, you might literally die instantly. Um, Crawl is much more fair. I still think that Crawl has a large amount of BS, in the sense that, like, oh, Lich hit you with 100 damage Crystal Spear 4 turns in a row. Tough luck. Um, that has happened to me before, by the way. Um, but like it's less often than in NetHack. I feel like you can have a good time in Crawl without knowing everything. NetHack is opaque unfair, Crawl is RNG unfair. It does have its moments of extreme unfairness, Crawl, but they're much less frequent than in NetHack. NetHack is like every game you open, if you don't know exactly what you're doing, how to do it, and when to do it, it will be unfair. Crawl is not like that. And that's a very good thing about Crawl's game design. I may be a bit burned on Crawl. I may not be able to play it as much as I used to be able to, but it is a good game. I can tell you that. I definitely believe that it is a good game. I am going to get I'm going to get Thunderlord at some point, but I think that we get Master of Memories first, because Master of Memories is a charge for Word of Chaos alongside a charge for Chain Lightning. And Word of Chaos is an important spell to have. Why are you next to me? That's so messed up. You should not be next to me. Okay, I'm gonna Word of Chaos, and I hope that I can Chain Fireball. Okay, I can Chain Fireball that. Oh man, that is so satisfying. And it does so much damage. Look at that. Armor melted times 47. That is permanent. That debuff does not wear off. It's not a timed debuff like so many others in this game. That one sticks around for as long as the monster lives, and it is devastating. Look at that. Minus 500 resistance to physical. So yeah, that also enhances the damage of Disintegrator. So pretty much when I cast Chain Lightning, the fireballs trigger Searing Heat, and that triggers Melting Armor, and Melting Armor makes it so that Disintegrator deals more damage. Is minus 500 the cap? No, I think it's just because it got hit 45 times and it had minus 500 or minus 50 already by default. When I hit it with a Fireball, it's gonna get crazy. I'm not gonna hit it with a Chain Lightning, so it survives, and you can see how it is not the cap. Yep, that's 720, minus 720% resistance. And now it has armor melted times 58. 3? What do you mean 3? That doesn't wear off. Or does it? I don't know, it shouldn't wear off. 76. No idea. I was under the impression that it was permanent. Look at this guy. This guy has it for real. Yeah, now it is 70. And now it's 82. And now it's dead. Man, this game is pretty funny in ways that one, like, just straight up isn't. In one, there's no build your own cataclysmic, insane, ridiculous, bonkers spell. Why is this in the game? Why did this make it past early access kind of thing? But I think that it made it past early access because that's exactly what Dylan wanted us to do with the game. For you to build your own insane thing. There's spells and builds like that in one, but it's not really on the same level as two. Like in one, you cannot chain fireball and have the fireball stun with the meteor, and then melt white flame, and like do all the things that I'm doing pretty much. I don't think there's even chain fireball in Rift Wizard 1. Um, the arcane spells in a row regain a charge of a random T-lock and summon two Fades. All spells and skills gain 2 range, or Razor Shaping, which, yeah, I believe that Razor Shaping is a trap. In fact, I think Razor Shaping should not have the when you cast a metallic spell restriction. It should just say when you cast a spell. Maybe when you cast a sorcery. Like you could make it sorcery metallic, that would be such a buff because getting the sorcery tag would make it scale up, which it cannot do right now with only the metallic tag. Um, yeah, that skill is a trap. Do not get that skill. You will be supremely disappointed because in one, the shrine that gave you this was really good on Silver Spear, right? In two, you can get the same and it's trash. It's so bad. It doesn't scale up to what Rift Wizard 2 is. So yeah, this needs a serious buff if it ever is intended to be used. Now we are gonna get Thunderlord. Yeah, I might get Arch Sork as well. We got to round 20. I feel like if I do this, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I think we reroll this. Okay, I don't wanna fight Bob the Frog. I hate that fight. Okay, we might be fine. Like just start here or somewhere. Um, you know what? It's kinda hard to start close to the Ofan. That might be a problem. Yeah, but we can nuke the Ofan pretty good with this build. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start in the corner and I'm going to Word of Chaos and hope for a favorable result. I think that's how we do this. Is this a favorable result? Okay, I have teleport. My teleport is incredibly powerful, so I think this is fine. Oh, the X got cracked because of Word of Chaos dealing 45 lightning to all fire, and I think the X have 45 HP or so. So now I have to deal with a bunch of fireworms. It's not really a problem. They're not really that strong. To light. Okay, here comes the Clyde. Let's see what happens. I hope it works like the 3x3s. Okay, it does work like the 3x3s, and now I am horrendously terrified. That kills me next turn if I do not cast Word of Chaos. This guy had what is this thing called? Clarity. Unfortunately, this guy had Clarity. Oh man, this build is too good. This build is deleting the screen so good. The Disintegrator and Searing Heat are floating eyeballs layers. It is what I needed to have to deal with a 3x3 eyeball. And this guy is about to die, so we just chain lightning again. And that gets the job done. Why is Ofan scary? Ofan is really hard to fight if you are not capable of dealing that kind of AoE damage. Ofan has 7 HP, 7 shields, gains 1 shield per turn, and also redirects all damage that it would take to allies. So as long as there's allies alive, Ofan is unkillable. But my build is really good at nuking the level, so I think that the monsters that were generated, like the monsters that died and split do not really count for off and ally purposes, and that's why we got rid of one of its 2 lives, because it also has 2 lives. Oh man, I'm kind of getting hungry, and I don't think I got anything for dinner. Oh no, I did buy some cookies. Okay, I went to the grocery store before starting stream, and I got my milk for the week and some cookies. So I'm gonna have some cookies. Nothing too fancy, just some Oreo cookies. Those are my one of my few vices, Oreo cookies, because I don't drink soda and I don't really eat fast food because that's too expensive. But I do indulge in Oreo cookies every now and then. And I guess that tacos, because Mexican things, right? But I don't really think of that as like fast food, because I have chicken tacos with like fries. That's what I had today actually. They're reasonably healthy because it's chicken. Also, it's made in front of me. It is pretty fast and pretty healthy in my opinion. Well, not really that healthy because it does have fries, but better than plenty of other food that you could get similarly fast. Anyway, I have 2 portal keys. We're gonna use one to see what we can get here. I think it's funny how even the Mordred level has a 3x3. Okay, you know what? I think that I'm just gonna get the experience in this level because we can do it thanks to teleport. What are we going to get with this experience? Do we get Arch Sorcerer? I mean, I don't think it does that much at this point, but sure. Yeah, a little bit of extra charges, a little bit of extra damage. I'm not getting Farlord because Farlord is extra radius, and we don't want radius. Radius will get me killed. So let's go here. Let's drop... that's too scary. I don't want to drop next to Mordred. Even with a shield, I don't want to do it. It's interesting that for this build, more NFEs can be beneficial for more bounce targets. Yeah, depending on your build, certain level quirks may be favorable or unfavorable. Like, for example, what kind of build was I playing the other day that really couldn't deal with 3x3s? And I cannot remember. But the other day I had a build that was doing well until I saw a 3x3, and then that 3x3 almost killed me. What kind of build was it? I think I put it on YouTube. Must be one of the ones that I played recently. Or did I play it like 3 weeks ago? I don't remember. But anyway, this is the kind of build that excels at killing 3x3s because that's how I built it, because I knew I was gonna fight a 3x3 every level. Anyway, time to finish this one way or another. Either way, thank you for watching and thank you for your continued support, everyone. I will come back on Monday because today's Friday, and then the next day is Monday. Well, not the next day, but the next day that I will stream is Monday. Okay, that was straight up just a Mordred kill in one turn. I know what I can get. Yeah, quick cast on the teleport. Pressed the wrong button and almost gave myself a heart attack. Somehow Mordred has been too stun locked to do anything. I think that's pretty funny. Mordred gets back his lost armor every time he revives. What? How? Explain that to me? How? Aren't you supposed to not... Oh! Oh! Oh, yeah, the Fire Frenzy mask. Wow, am I going to just bully Mordred out of existence? Are you never gonna shift? Because if you never shift, that would be very funny. But I'm certain that I cannot kill it this time because there's no more enemies to bounce around. Um, if you use an Orb of Corruption in the Mordred fight, it makes another Mordred and you have to fight them both. If you don't kill them both, you don't win. I learned that the rough way. I would recommend you not to use an Orb of Corruption in the Mordred fight. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you can have that. You can have that. Okay. That's the last life that Mordred has. There we go. Win the Giantslayer trial and win 5 games. Obviously, I have won more than 5, but I guess that's the 5th game that I've won since the achievements were implemented. Um, that was really fun. I'm glad that it didn't take me too many tries to get this done. I think it was only one try. It was still difficult. Um, yeah, I had a very fun time. I don't know about soul tags, about how necessary it was, but no, it was necessary. And you know, the real run maker was the Fire Frenzy mask. If you don't get this build is just not gonna hit the same. And I think if you're doing Giantslayer and you don't get this, you should try to do something else. What? I don't know, something. But I got the Fire Frenzy mask and I built around it, and the rest is history. You already know how that went. Um, Man, this game's fun, but it's so exhausting. That's the word. It is exhausting, and my annoyance at modified enemies is because they increase the exhaustion tenfold. The game is already kind of rough when you're playing a challenge, but when you're playing a challenge and you also have to deal with modified enemies, the game becomes exponentially more difficult. And because it is harder and it is a thought-intensive game, you have to think more and you get more tired, and you cannot play for 12 hours like you could when you were 24 and when you started streaming, right? Um, so yeah, that's pretty much where we are at when it comes to Rift Wizard 2. I feel like I can play in small doses, small amounts of games per stream. Leave it for the end. Um, yeah, long gone are the times where I could just start a stream and blast this for 4+ hours. But at least I can still play it a little bit, as I have already said a couple of times. So thank you for joining me in this challenge that I have beaten in Rift Wizard 2. We still have some to go. These are super boring, but I guess I'll do them. Man, I hate menageries. No, exotic pet is fine. I thought that it was a sigil. Sigils are super whack. Sigils shouldn't be in the game, but exotic pets are fine because they're really strong. So you just amass an army of really strong things, and you could build to support them. Or if you get really, you cannot get gear or HP. You just get pets. So there's no gear. There's no busted gear that makes you pivot away from supporting your pets. You're probably incentivized to just support your pet. Support your pets because you will have a lot of pets in this build or in this challenge. The school challenges are boring. This is terrible. I don't want to do that. And this is probably the next one that I'll get. Sigils aren't worth protecting. I mean, yeah, a little bit, but my problem with sigils is that Let me switch to the Gibraltar. There we go. My problem with sigils. Sometimes when you spawn in a level, you want to spawn like as far away from everything as possible. And the sigil often just locks you in if you spawned in a corridor. And that's really bad. That's really, really, really bad and really annoying. The sigils also, it's not like they spawn modified allies. If they spawned modified allies, they would be way, way, way more worth it. It's just normal dudes, and normal dudes do not hold up to what Rift Wizard 2 throws at you. The modified dudes do, because you get to choose between three of them, and you can choose just the one that's tankiest and with the most resistances, pretty much the one you would like to see the least as an enemy. Um, and like sigils just don't have that level of power. They don't have that level of tankiness. Like the monsters that they summon and the sigils themselves don't have that level of tankiness. They're just not worth it, in my opinion. They are indeed not worth protecting. I never get sigils because of the tactical downside of it potentially locking you in. Um, so you have a harder time moving around, and the fact that it's just too weak. Um, yeah, how would I make sigils better? Like, probably would scale them up a lot, or just make them modified sigils, and then they would be interesting. Um, but as they are right now, they're not worth it. I would never touch them. But yeah, that's all I have to say. See you around. Have a nice rest of your night. Have a nice weekend. Thank you for everything and your continued support. And I hope to see you around on Monday when I stream next. You know how it is. Slay the Spire into Rift Wizard 2. And when the Star of Providence update drops, we will be playing that on stream instead of Slay the Spire. So yeah, see you around. Have a nice rest of your night.